This video is going to be about AI and how you can implement it into your lawn care business, and the one AI tool I recommend you do implement into your business. So there are a lot of AI tools out there. It's kind of wild just how many applications they have for AI now. A lot of them you really don't need to pay attention to for your lawn care business. They're just going to be distractions. I would only look at things that are going to reduce friction of the experience between you and your clients and the services that you offer. And one of the things that has recently came out within the past 12 months, and it's progressively has been getting better, and that's the ability to use AI in your estimating process, meaning that essentially you can set up rate matrices and allow an AI tool to perform your estimates and the bidding for you. This only works, however, for any type of service that is done off of square footage, or it can be measured via satellite, because that's how a lot of these AI tools in regards to the estimating side of things are going to work. They're going to take a satellite measurement of the area, calculate the square footage, and pair it against the rate matrices that you built out ahead of time and spit out an instant quote. I did this last season, and I sold about 200 jobs from the cab of this truck through AI. All I had to do is whenever a lead called in, I would see whether they wanted weekly or bi-weekly lawn mowing services. I would then type their address into the AI measuring tool. It would spit out the square footage, and off of that square footage, I could put it into our rate matrix and generate a price. So I would, the way I worked it last season is I would go and cut a yard. I would check the call center and see if there's any new leads that came in. If a lead came in, I would enter info into the AI measuring tool, get the square footage, spit out the quote to them, and then go back to my next yard. At this point in stage of my business, I wasn't able to afford a full-time office person or for me to be out of the field, so I was doing both. I had to do both the field work and the admin work, the sales work. Now hold on, a lot of you guys are familiar with having to wear all these multiple hats. And this specific AI tool is one of the things you can implement that will at least alleviate one of those hats for you. And that's in regards to estimating. So we primarily do lawn mowing services. We do offer landscape maintenance where we go and trim hedges, take care of the shrubbery, pull weeds, get the debris out of the flower beds, and then we have a few quarterly upsells that we toss into rotation every year just to increase the lifetime value of our clients and how much revenue we can generate from each individual client every year. A lot of these upsells that I incorporate, I can do through this AI measuring tool. Some of the upsells we do are going to be mulch install. Again, we can go and measure their flower beds via satellite online, get a square footage, pump it into a rate matrix, and spit out a quote. This can be done through automations as well, so you don't even have to do it once the information is in there. The other upsell that we offer is gutter cleaning. So again, we're able to track the linear footage of those gutters, so we know how much it is to get this job done. We know how long we're going to be there because we have these production rates built in. And if you're not familiar with what a production rate is, it's just the amount of time it takes you to complete a task. So in lawn mowing, it's how many square feet per minute of turf area can you service. For gutter cleaning, it's how many linear feet of gutters can you clean per hour. And you build these rate matrices that include your hourly cost into them, so it can automatically spit out these prices. So there is a little bit of front-end work in order to make these actually benefit your business successfully. So you have to know what your numbers are and create those production rates. If you haven't done that already, this is a great time to try to get those numbers together. If you need some help with that, let me know. I can give you a breakdown of the approach that I use. That's not what this video is going to be about, but I will help you guys on the approach that I use in order to obtain our production rates. And there's a couple ways you can go about that, and I'll run you through it. If you're interested, just leave a comment, send me a DM, however you want to get a hold of me, and I'll help you out with that. So these AI tools, another benefit. So instead of having to go and visit these properties, you can just bid it from your truck. You're saving gas, you're saving time, and you're reducing the friction that it takes for that client to get a quote. You can give it to them almost instantly. That's how I was able to get quotes out within 2 hours of somebody calling in requesting a quote, as I use that AI tool to spit these estimates out. And then we have other automations that once that quote was sent out, that it would follow up with them for the next 20 days. We use 20 days to close by Simple Growth. It's a good program. Another automation type another automation you can add into your software, especially if you use Service Autopilot, that will help close sales for you. So again, making this technology work for you and reducing the workload of those hats that you have to wear as a business owner until you get to those other stages along your business where you're no longer wearing everything. You're able to delegate those tasks out. So, and not only is going to reduce your workload, your work burden, it's going to make things easier for the customer because they're going to get the quote faster. They don't have to waste their time to set time aside each day or whenever your scheduled appointment is to wait for you, because nobody really likes having to be tied up. Everyone wants freedom of their time, and this tool allows you to do that. Another way in which you can utilize this tool is on your website. So say you normally have information or a capture form where it takes their first, last name, email, home address, whatever information you collect. Well, you can take that and actually use this to give them an instant quote. So that instead of you calling them or someone calling into the office, they just typed their information into the AI tool and it'll spit out a quote to them without them having to contact anybody. And then you collect their information on the back end so you can see if what was sent, how much it was for, and then you can follow up with them so you can still get that personal touch if they don't do that initial buy. So it's just going to help streamline your selling process, your estimating process. It's going to allow you to send out more quotes quicker. So instead of having to run your work for the day or run your route, and at the end of the day, you hope you get done in time, and then you can go ahead and get to these estimates on time, because if you don't show up on time to your estimate, it's going to look bad because first impressions matter. So you cut all of that out, and they get exactly what they want, which is a quote for the service to take care of their home. So there's a couple softwares that you guys can use to do this. The first one, and the one I would recommend the most, is going to be Simple Estimates. I will put a link in the description for a demo for you guys to check this out. This is the one that we are going to be using in 2024 to take care of all of our AI measuring and our estimating tool, and just add that tool as a part of our sales process to enhance what we're already doing. So we already had a lot of things built out. We're taking this tool to amplify it and kind of crank it up and get those quotes out faster, streamline it more, and reduce the friction to sell jobs. Like the whole industry is going to be shifting towards these new tools of technology that we're able to utilize now. Other industries have already been using them previously. The lawn care industry is just really slow to adapt to things. So this technology has been built out for quite some time now, but has only been used in other applications, other service industries. So now that it's available to us, I would definitely recommend taking some time to look up these softwares, and then also it's going to force you to know your numbers and to learn them and to dive into them, because these softwares won't work if the numbers aren't correct. If you put bad information in, it's going to give bad information out. So that's going to lead to quotes not being quoted correctly, or maybe you're underbidding them or overbidding them. You really want to dial it in before you officially launch this. But once you do that upfront work, it'll completely be worth it. And you basically have a 24/7 sales team at your discretion whenever you want. There's going to be the ability to send out quotes at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to where they're going to get an instant AI quote, and then you're going to have a 20 days to close automation that's going to follow up right behind them, and then it'll remind you that someone has submitted a quote and for you to follow up with them. So you're still getting that touch point, you're still having that conversation, building that relationship with that client, and earning that business to close the deal. Let me know what you guys think of AI. If there's any other tools you're utilizing in your business, I'm always curious. I'm always learning. I'm always open to new suggestions. That's how you come across these things. You have to be curious, and you have to always be looking on ways to give your business the upper edge. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope that brought some value to you. Take some time, look it up. You won't regret it.